It's Monday, November 3rd, and here's everything you may have missed in business and finance since Friday. U.S. stocks ended the week on a high note. The S&P 500, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ all posted gains on Friday, with the S&P and Dow locking in their sixth straight monthly win and the NASDAQ its seventh. Big tech was a mixed bag. Amazon soared to a new all-time high thanks to strong cloud growth and better margins, while Meta continued to slide. Other underperformers included healthcare, oil, services, hotels, and retail staples. On the flip side, software, entertainment, banks, and energy companies like Chevron did well. Outside of stocks, the dollar ticked up 0.3%, gold dipped slightly but stayed above $4,000 an ounce, and oil rose too, but cooled off after President Trump denied rumors of a Venezuela strike. Bitcoin futures jumped nearly 4%, but still did not provide the Uptober that crypto investors were hoping for. We are deep into Q3 earnings, and the results are still better than expected. About 83% of S&P 500 companies have beaten forecasts, with overall earnings up 10.7% year over year, which is stronger than usual. Amazon was the standout, while Apple had a choppy ride despite decent guidance. Outside big tech, companies like Coinbase, Reddit, Roku, and First Solar impressed. Others like AbbVie and Newell Brands didn't fare as well. In other corporate news, Netflix announced a 10-for-1 stock split, and they might bid for Warner Bros. Discovery's studio and streaming business. Intel is reportedly eyeing AI chip startup SambaNova, and Brighthouse Financial surged on rumors of a $4 billion buyout. On the data front, initial jobless claims dropped to around 218,000, which is a good sign for the labor market. Chicago's PMI beat expectations thanks to strong new orders. We'll see how this new data is digested by Fed officials as they monitor the market ahead of the next Fed meeting. On Friday, Fed bank presidents aired their discomfort with the decision to ease policy, and Wall Street is now pricing in just a 68% chance of a rate cut in December. On the policy front, a federal judge ordered emergency funds for food aid as the government shutdown threatened SNAP benefits for more than 40 million Americans. In addition, while the shutdown persists, more than 65,000 children are at risk of losing access to Head Start, which is an early childhood learning program for low-income families. Internationally, OPEC met over the weekend and agreed to two things: a modest oil output increase for December and a pause in output hikes for Q1 2026. This decision is seen as a calculated move to balance the group's goal of regaining market share with moderating fears over oversupply and managing uncertainties posed by new Western sanctions on Russian oil companies. Looking ahead to this week, today we have earnings from Palantir, Hims, FuboTV, and others, followed by Shopify, Uber, Spotify, Toyota, McDonald's, Novo Nordisk, Airbnb, and Warner Brothers, and many more later this week. The Supreme Court will also hear arguments on the legality of some of President Trump's tariffs this week, and we will hear from several Fed officials. This week will certainly not be boring.